The Belarusian TV outlet Nexa recently reposted factory security footage shot somewhere in China. The clip showed a half-assembled humanoid robot dangling from a construction crane like a marionette. It was supposed to be performing a routine motion range test. Two engineers stood beneath it, tablets in hand, calling out servo IDs. Then, every joint spiked at once. The bot flung its arms, kicked wildly, yanked the suspension cable sideways, and dragged its welded stand across polished concrete. A desktop PC crashed to the floor, a bucket of fasteners scattered, and the engineers scrambled backward while the crane hook groaned overhead. The tantrum lasted barely 20 seconds, but within 4 hours, the clip had pulled over 100,000 views, and 69 comment threads filled with jokes about Skynet. One viewer wrote, "Sarah Connor was being right." Another posted a gif of RoboCop's ED-209 tumbling downstairs, while a surgical resident chimed in, saying the scene reminded him that even a Da Vinci console is just motors and firmware at the end of the day. The viral clip mirrored a broader wave of flashy, headline-grabbing prototypes China has been unveiling all winter. Pudu Robotics D9 can walk 4.5 meters per second, climb stairs, and even take a hip check without falling. Meanwhile, Clone Robotics' February demo showed off its proto-clone musculoskeletal android, flexing synthetic tendons and promising that one day it'll cook, clean, and chat like a human. Viewers admired the engineering, but couldn't shake the dystopian vibes. Nexa's video only fueled the conversation, showing how violently a torque value can spiral out of control when the safety envelope isn't perfectly tuned. About 500 kilometers west of Shanghai, another company is taking a very different approach: charm. Chery Automotive, the long-running car maker based in Wuhu, has decided its next showroom employee will be a life-sized blonde android in wraparound sunglasses and a ponytail. Chery partnered with AI Moe Robotics in June 2024 and first showed off Moraine, the humanoid, at the Shanghai Auto Show. This week, Moraine reappeared on stage behind Chery International President Zhang Guibing, joined by a lineup of identical units. Zhang told dealers, "The market for humanoids has more potential than vehicles," declaring that AI Moe represents the real future for Chery. The price? About the same as a mid-range car. Mid-five figures, though dealers who sign purchase orders get private discounts. Even at list price, 220 units are scheduled for delivery in 2025, and one is already greeting shoppers at a Malaysian dealership, handing out bottled water with carbon fiber fingers and answering trim package questions in a smooth, synthetic alto. Those sunglasses? Not a fashion choice, they hide a 360-degree surround view camera array. Each fingertip has capacitive pads that detect when a customer taps a brochure. When a social clip of Moran's dance routine at the Wuhu launch hit the web, the comments section grew nearly as long as the robot's spec sheet. The top-rated reply joked about whether the corporate dress code needed updating for plastic blondes. While Chery sells vibes, Aegis GmbH from Cologne sells numbers. The motion plastics company has spent 15 years gathering tribology data for low-friction polymers. Now it's putting that expertise into a full humanoid package called Egurob, designed to undercut nearly every Western competitor. The headline price? €47,999, roughly $54,500, about one-third the price of Agility's Digit, and half the rumored cost of Tesla's Optimus. Egurob stands 1.7 meters tall, but doesn't walk. Instead, its torso bolts onto Aegis Rebel Move, an autonomous mobile base with a 3-point bearing system that can haul 50 kilograms of its own weight, plus 100 kilograms of payload. Two Rebel Cobit arms sprout from its shoulders, each powered by a 6-axis harmonic gearbox stack. The bionic hands grip with polymer gears that never need lubrication. Navigation is handled by a roof-mounted LiDAR and dual 3-dimensional cameras at eye level. It runs 8 hours per charge on a single lithium battery, supports ROS2, and carries CE certification for Europe. Even better, it plugs directly into VDA 5050 fleet dashboards. The same logistics systems already running factory tuggers and pallet movers across Germany. IGUS's sales pitch is brutally straightforward. They'll ship you an evaluation unit, let your team test it in a live workspace, maybe a reception desk, maybe clearing trays in the cafeteria, then fly in an engineer to fine-tune pick points. If the trial delivers results, you keep the robot and pay the invoice. That confidence comes from a three-step roadmap. The 2022 Rebel Cobot arm validated their drivetrain. The 2023 Rebel Hand won an RBR 50 award for delivering real dexterity under $1,000. And the 2024 Rebel Move AMR locked in the powertrain. iGarab is simply those proven components bolted together. Across the Atlantic, the University of California, Berkeley is pushing the price war to near hobbyist levels. Their Berkeley Humanoid Light project just dropped complete CAD files, firmware, and reinforcement learning code on GitHub, backed by an NSF grant. The bot stands 0.88 meters tall. Think toddler-sized, powered by 22 cycloidal gearboxes that you can 3D print on any home FDM machine with a 200 by 200 by 200 millimeter bed. In the United States, the hardware bill comes to about $4,312, or just $3,236 if sourced from Shenzhen. The priciest parts are 10 high-torque, 6512 actuators at $188 each, and 12 lighter 5010 units at $136 each. Control runs on a $120 Intel N95 mini PC, pushing 4 1-megabit CAN 2.0 buses at 250 Hz, powered by a 6-cell 4,000 mAh LiPo battery that lasts roughly 30 minutes. On paper, that sounds modest, but Berkeley's secret weapon is software. They trained a walking model entirely in simulation, then watched it transfer zero-shot to real hardware. In the demo, the robot steps off a lab bench, shrugs, writes its initials with a marker, stacks foam cubes, and even spins a scrambled Rubik's Cube. Solving it, they joke, will come with firmware version 2.0. The paper includes a tongue-in-cheek metric performance per dollar, calculated as peak joint torque divided by height, normalized by cost. By that measure, this $5,000 robot outperforms several six-figure commercial machines. Reddit's reaction? Split. Half of users call it the Raspberry Pi moment for legged robots. The rest say it looks like toys from 2013, warning that 3D printing gears in PLA is a reliability nightmare. Either way, the GitHub Issues tab is already filling with pull requests for larger batteries and alternate gear ratios. Exactly what the Berkeley team wanted. Hundreds of garage tinkerers evolving the design without waiting for any corporate roadmap. So if Berkeley is pushing from the bottom and IGUS is driving from the middle, Hyundai is punching through the ceiling. The Korean automaker completed its purchase of Boston Dynamics in 2021, and now it's integrating the Atlas platform, yes, the parkour-doing celebrity robot, into its new factory complex in Bryan County, Georgia. That facility anchors a $21 billion U.S. investment package, with about $6 billion earmarked for automation and mobility technology. Hyundai already uses Boston Dynamics' four-legged spot units for inspections. Bringing in two-legged Atlas robots marks a much bigger step. The goal? To produce 300,000 electric and hybrid vehicles per year, helping boost U.S. capacity from 700,000 cars today to 1.2 million by decade's end. Hyundai hasn't revealed how many Atlas units it's buying, but supply chain chatter points to tens of thousands across multiple robot categories. Atlas's advantage is clear. It can step over conveyor lines, climb stairs, and navigate weld booths built for humans. That means Hyundai can reprogram workflows faster than it could rebuild concrete floors. Labor unions are understandably anxious about job displacement, but management insists that safety and uptime stats will tell the real story once the bots clock in. By 2026, a welding bay might feature one human tech with a tablet, 3 Atlas robots moving stamped panels, and a dozen ABB robotic arms handling welds. A species mashup manufacturing has never seen its scale. So, with robots selling cars, building cars, and sometimes throwing tantrums mid-test, it raises a question. How long before one replaces you at work? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if this made you rethink a few things, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.